Hello, this is Krillian with part 13 of my Let's Play Total War as the Western Roman Empire in Attila. Now we are doing the Regaining the Glory of Rome. And an inscription survival spread false rumors about your dude. That's really jerky of him. I cannot lose stuff, so unpopular. Losing those things would be... Oh no! Oh well, whatever.
At once. Would that I were as swift as the angels.
That's fine. We have to protect our Gallic allies.
At your command.
Are you the one on force march? Get back into here.
At once. Journey completed.
What could you get? That's not useful. Okay. You're guarding the north. This is getting bad. I'd reduce it by 4. No, we need to focus on the areas I talked about. Places where I don't want to have armies camped out forever. You need to... You can't. What about you? What can I build here? We can build this. You... Learn how to make them less expensive. Is there anything worth buying here? Get that. Have that. Sure, have that. Save a little bit of money. You. Do I really need these defectors? I don't think I do. We're going to disband them. That's 600 gold that we save right there. I'm going to go ahead and disband this cav too. 174 for cab is pretty cheap. We'll keep the cab. I think they're better than equites. Or equities, whatever they're called. Okay, so I can build food somewhere that needs food. I think up here in, no, right here in Tarraco. Nope, that's not where I'm starving. Here we go. I'm 70 gold short. I really need that food. Let's see if anyone will give me a couple hundred gold. Who likes me? Hey Gaul, we would really like 300 gold. Thank you. So here, where I'm dying of starvation, how good is this region? It's poor. So we're gonna build cattle. That'll fix up the food in this region in theory. And that is good. You. You should be fine where you are. I think that that's another end phase right there.
Ready for orders. I want
You. Gain this. Nope, never mind. Gain this and this. Okay. We are blowing through turns now as we're attempting to just build as much as possible. Not troops, but stuffs. Stuff that we need. Corruption. That's good. In a few turns out to move this guy over. We have so much to build. And a lot of the stuff will add money, which will let us build more, which lets us add money. We just have to hold that northern border. Alright, you suck. I should have stayed there. At least until they were better. But I don't really care about them. As long as the Alamans don't conquer it, it doesn't matter. And if they do, I'll just back off and we let Gaul recreate itself. Although this time, I'm going to drive them towards my heartland, and then I will kick their booties. That Alaman army is dude on arrival. Dead on arrival? Dude on arrival, something like that. The Eastern Roman and Eastern Roman separatists are fighting out at Gortia. Gortenia? The Ostrogoths are having their way with Salona. Baetica is going to have a revolt. This is Baetica? Yeah, that's fine. This region's just even up. That's so bad. Okay. This is the first region. Okay, it's building that. I need 5 to get this. Kind of think I need to build this as well for that extra amount. But we'll hold off because there are other regions. We need to see what that does, and there are other regions that can do more. You can't get that. You can't get that. You could lose 200 there, but I don't really want you to. Get latrines. That would stop plague from hitting Kaisagara. Out of curiosity, there's another place up here that I thought was having a chance of plague. Your place is in bad disrepair. I'm going to actually march you to Avaricum.
Get to it, men. At your command.
That fixes that region. This region. This needs to be converted to that. We need food here. That will fix up this region nicely. Okay. You go smack this dude.
March. I'm afraid we cannot.
I'm gonna good balance stance. I feel like I'm actually building up my empire for the first time in a while. We're definitely taking the 9%. You got pretty wrecked by that. And this has been a popular pharaoh. We're just gonna come around to here.
Would that I were as swift as the angels.
You guys, get that and that. And we'll bring him down to Medellin. How are we doing down here in Tarantium? It's going up, but it'd be really good if we get level 3s of those. What are we gonna build here? Food? Probably food. Or we could, because we can't convert yet, right? Let's check our conversion chances. We're up to 30% Greco-Roman pagan. It'll really help us when we do, because that'll get rid of a lot of issues. We're not going to bother to move there for some time. In this region, we could build a governor building, which is really what it needs, but I don't have the stuff to do it yet. Still, moving in the right direction. Okay, in the turn. Right, yeah, in the turn. We have dangerously decimate them. Excellent. Tingus is back up. That army is there in case things get gruesomely terrible in Spain. And it'll help keep the Mauritanians nicely in line. The Abdanians are messing around there. Huh. Can't really afford to send another army up to Londinium. And if I don't have another army there, it's just not worth dealing with. Now once I got the islands taken care of, I'll be able to at that point go up and deal with an army into this, but that's a ways away. Okay, you're fine. We have a revolt down here. You're going to come. You're going to come down to here. Now this region is upset even with him here, which is a really bad sign. So we're going to go ahead and get that auditorium going. We need 7 for that. 4 here for more food, because we're definitely going to need more food in this region. And that's probably all we're going to be able to spend on this turn. They're moving in the right direction. They're moving in the right direction. They are not. Maybe I'll be able to fix them next turn. Okay, we have picks. You can just fortify to get recovery. You guys are horribly upset even with him standing here. Well, we have minus 12 for that. This has never been buffed. You're good, you're good, he's good for now. I could bring up this army to help take Camaludin. No. For now, I don't need to, and I need to not do that. Oh, I really need to be able to get that next tech. So, coming down here where I was going to fix up this region, we're going to stop because I need that tech. This will improve all of my spears and my garrisons, and it will continue to give me access up to here, which is what I'm looking for. This -3 recruitment, and then the elite ballisteri. And this right here will be good too. Once I get up to here, I'll start working on these again. We need better troops. Okay. So that sucked that we could not fix it this turn. We will need to make that a priority though, because that region is not good. How good is your region? we need to go to here. He needs to sit in that region until I can fix it, because I can't afford revolts in the middle of my kingdom. Okay. You can get food. That'll help this region out a lot. Okay. You're hanging out here. There's a pick army coming down. If he comes down to fight this, we should be able to take him. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and how are you doing? You are 3 turns away from getting married again. Try to get me more support. I would really like to be here. Getting that +1 tax rate and stuff would be really good. What about you? You can't do it. You can't do it. He does need to try to save his as much as humanly possible. We're at 43% dominion and 52% control. Okay. End the turn. Oh, I get a provincial governor. Did one of my governors die? One of my governors must have died. Because, right, I can't build more banners, right? Yeah. So I had a governor who died. That's probably why suddenly this region went haywire. Yeah, I no longer have a governor here. So let's look at the regions and see which ones I want, or who makes the most money. Yeah, I need them back in this region. So, first of all, is there anyone I don't want to be here? Oh, he's a general already. So basically anyone can be here. She's a daughter who's slowly coming of age. You, by the way, are my heir if you didn't know. Although I'm probably gonna outlive you. Okay, so we definitely need to put one in Tarot-Kinesis again. Let's see what we can choose. We have a marksman, a magnet, and a champion rider. Well, we'll go for the magnet. And then we'll end the turn. Ah! So, obviously the same thing as always, bread and games. Which will help this region a little. What if that was the guy who started off in his 60s? Maybe he died a long time ago and I just forget. I see you. Don't you have someone better to fight? The Huns? The Alamans? The Geats? I mean, come on. Why are you way down here? All you've done is lead tens of thousands, or not tens of thousands, but thousands upon thousands of men to their death. In the south, far from their beautiful homes. I hear it's quite beautiful in Denmark this time of year. Okay. Excellent. So I think that I'm finally back up to where I want to be. Excellent, that's much better. It improves loyalty. I have a lot less tax issues. Much, much better. Okay, down here, we cannot raise that. Here, we cannot raise it. Here. That doesn't improve the gold much. That improves it by 5% for all buildings. What are we doing for food? Oh, you know what we actually really need here is our waterways. That'll add 1 point, which is fine. You might as well come kill this thing now.
For death and honor! At your command.
We used to have Limitati border guards in this army. That's pretty funny. Money.
Advance. Ready for battle. To your duties, men. I want hourly patrols. At your command.
Wow.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, you. Tarako is the quickest place for you to get to is right there in Kaiserum. Curiosity, how are we doing here? We're losing stuff there too. I really need a lot more of these. I'm gonna force march you. So much to do, so very little money to do it with. Okay, you are actually getting bonuses, and you do have an army there, so I think we're not going to have much to spend our 2,000 on. Let's see if there's any place that needs food. Carthago Nova. You know what? Let's see. We get 8 points from characters. That dude is. This dude apparently is giving a lot. So it'd be a total of 10, which is actually the bonus. But if we build our capital here, that should mean that this region doesn't ever get bothered again. Continues being all in the up and narrow. That works. That means we're gonna have no food here. I may have to knock that down, depending on how it looks. No, I probably won't be able to. 3,000 for that. We would add a point of squalor. I want to convert and get my 2 from paganism. Okay, you're hanging out here. That's these regions are fixing up and our borders are secure. You are hanging out. We're gonna move you. How far can you get? You can get to Midland. But if you get to Midland, I will crush you basically if you go to Midland. So I'm not worried about that. It's if you could get to Verona. And you can't get to Verona. Oh, the food here. I need to remember to build. Oh, they destroyed Verona entirely in one hit? That's. I disagree with that. But okay, we'll build these. You know, maybe I destroyed them when I was trying to repair them. Because that would suck. But I need food and money, so we'll go with that. Okay, we're going to end the turn and in Verona. Oh, yes. Get this to get our better Legio. We actually can just go ahead and say we're going for that. We have a person with skills, he's a governor. Get this and this. Still negatives. Why is it order bad here? Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and end the turn. We just have to keep building. Every turn we have to build, and we have to build some more, and then we have to build some more. And eventually, I'll be ready to move. And the first place we'll probably move is into Britannia. There's a resource there that's important, that the Ibdanians control. And it's a place I could secure fairly easily without, and then leave fairly defended. We could also try to reclaim some of the destroyed land I've put together in the destroyed lands in Western Europe. But that'll be a while. Long-term projects. We really need to get the short-term economy and stuff going. We should be we'll be making, 40-50,000 before we really start expanding, and we're making a tenth of that. Hilarious. He has left his term of office. We're going to withdraw his candidacy because I think that may upset people. Well, we'll see. It may be a bad idea. I don't care. I'm trying not to be... Okay, can't build that. We need to go up to Verona. Verona is supposed to be our rich region, and it is all kinds of goofed up. Do I want local industry? Let's take a look. That army is not going anywhere. We're gonna build this, because that will improve the wealth of everything. This, I'm going to build a better food source and then probably put more food here. Like sheep and cattle. Because it's fairly defended and I need money. How are we doing down here? Slowly but surely getting worse. This region is finally getting better. Let's take a look at what we have. Our characters are +7, and the military suite, so it's 10. Now there's a governor here. How much is this guy actually giving you? He's adding 2 to public order? From this. So possibly as much as 4. We definitely need to increase this before we can move on. But we need to do a lot of things before we can move on. Okay, I think I'm ready to end yet another turn. Okay, go ahead and end the turn. We have a skill for Hilarious. Oh, I also think I forgot to put him back in his office. So, Hilarious, you get this and this. I don't feel like giving anything up there. Sure, that will help a little bit. And get that. Save me some money. Sending a quick message to my wife. Okay, I do think we forgot to go back and make this dude a master. Swords again, we need the money. So we continue to spend every golden piece we get. We could build something here. Probably food? Okay, we're gonna go to end of turn. We're flying through turns. That's okay. Apparently the Abdanians failed to take Camaludin. Although it looks like I could come and make them a protectorate now. Unless they're protectorate of Abdanians. Puppet state of the Abdanians. Kinda don't think they are though. Maybe I'll check. No one's managed to take Gortinia yet. Gortina? Oh, several of their regions have been burned to the ground. Makes it hard to keep them, you know, providing funds. I could go and try to take those, and that would be a terrible waste of time. Oh, they don't. The Illyrians don't have any cities anymore. Military camp, military camp. We lost more master. Political favorites, he can spin his own. I don't really care. Okay, you are helping this region, which is what I need. You can go to normal. We really need this region to be better. How is this region doing for food? It has lots of food. So that would give it 8 points. And 2 squalor. Which this region could handle. But if I can build this somewhere, I should build it somewhere that I want to remove the army. Which should be... Oh, I can apparently build it cheaper down here. Which kind of makes me want to go with this. That would improve it by 3. Okay, if I move you, how much is this one down? 6. He provides so much benefit. Okay, so I need to come up with 6. So currently this is 9. That would go up by 4. And it would increase wealth from all buildings and give me champions. That would be kind of cool. Wealth from all buildings would not be bad. This is like my wealthiest area. And it itself would add 200. I need money. Let's do it. Okay, over in here. You go up to a master of horse. You are already there. You become a master of foot. You can become that. You can become this. You can't become anything. You can become this. Now, there's not really a reason to keep doing this, other than my king sucks. So I need to burn all their influence so that he has more influence in them. So the more he burns of theirs, the better it is. Oh, you know what? Can you marry yet? You can. Who is the person with the most influence? 37, 31. You're 52 though. How old are you? You're 42. 39, 43, 31. You're like no influence. You're 38 and the governor of Narbonnesus with a lot. So I want you to marry this governor of Narbonnesus. You're a good wife, if I remember right. Oh, that's not who I want you to marry. Sorry, you need to marry a general. Because your stuff is not so great for my purposes. He's 30 and a general. He's very loyal. He's 31 and a governor. You marry this 30-year-old general. You go back to being that. I'd really like you to adopt someone, but you freaking fell at that. So we're gonna have to marry up to find more family members. No one actually wants to be part of your family. That's very sad, dude. They're like, you know, we could be family with him, except he kind of sucks. Okay. I'm gonna come here. I need to buff this region badly. Maybe next time I'll finally be able to do that. Okay, we're gonna go in the turn. We have some skills. You're a governor. Increase public order and public order. You are a spy. Coercion and murder. In the turn. We are flying through turns, but we're building. Our things are starting to look like they're coming together. We have a small pickish army that's running around here. That's a problem. The Ostrogoths are back to being a horde. I wonder if that's the only Ostrogoth stack. Well, we need to go down and deal with that because, as I have said, armies walking around in my provinces are not welcome. If you enter my lands to raid, you need to just die. Violently. Problem is I didn't have that army in Medellin. My other big stack is hanging out with the Gauls to make sure that they don't get wiped out. But we will take care of it. We will handle that, and it will be fine and dandy. Almost done with all of this. Illyria was destroyed. Sucks to be them. Not that I really care. Political favors. Decree it. I need family members. Political favors. Okay. Now, how mighty is this? If I go and attack you, you need to get out of fortifications. Come to Medellin. They now have a full stack they can deal with themselves. Come to Verona. I'm just gonna come back into here. We'll have to deal with them next time. This is going to be a sheep flock, and this is going to be... I can't do it yet. It will be another fields, as we're going to just pump lots of food into this region. That's going to be built. That will help a lot too, and it'll give money, so turning these all into things that produce money will be important. Okay, we need to look at what we can build for 3,000 that will improve public order. That will improve public order by 6. That's huge. Okay. They're going to be doing their thing. I think they're here at Pax Augusta.
Get to it, men.
That does appear to be it. So we'll sit in Pax Augusta. You're getting better. You're getting better. You're slowly getting worse. They're not so slowly getting worse. Have I done anything to improve you? That's getting built. I really need to build that up as well. Maybe next turn I'll build that as well. If they want to attack Ludinum, it would just be being annoying. I don't think they can get to there, so we will hold firm. Okay. Oh, the Quadians have taken Verunum. Well, we can't allow that. Once we deal with this, we're going to have to go deal with the Quadians. Because, no, we are not having the Quadians on our border. That sure as heck ain't happening. I trusted those rebels too much. Okay, let's take a look at our stuff. We have lots of people in office. We've married people away. Our balance of power is good. We don't have anyone who's showing us massively disloyal. Our Imperium is nowhere near going up, and we are slowly getting up to the conversion amount we need. In the turn. Hopefully they just leave, so that I can go and deal with the Quadians instead of them. We have an army showing up there. That's not good. The Franks have peace with me, though. Why the heck are they wandering into my lands? I am displeased by this development. I'll buy some mercs to max out that unit. That army. I don't really want to lose that army there.
There is a time when warriors must sheathe the sword and talk for the good of their people.
They're offering money for peace. I have an army sitting here. Wow, the Gepids have gotten huge. Okay, sorry, the Gepids are only these two regions. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. I don't really want to fight wars. What are you doing? You just asked for peace and then ran into my lands with your armies. Well, that's not going to happen. Apparently, I have to wipe out several fools for running around in my kingdom. We have a birth. Okay. Why the heck are you here? What are you doing here?
Ready for battle. To victory.
Yeah, we're declaring war. They just suddenly came into my land with 2 freaking stacks.
And honor.
We're going to kill both of these, because this is not freaking acceptable. How dare you bring 2 stacks and you ask me for peace and then you show up with 2 full stacks? That ain't happening.
At your command.
Not sure what they thought was going to go on there, but that ain't kosher.
At your command. On the move. Commander. Kill the cowards.
You don't show up with 2 full stacks in my kingdom and expect me to be like, oh sure dude, no probs. Because that's a probs. We'll take the men.
Make haste, men.
This army just got like
Ready for battle.
2 big victories. Get this and this, I guess.
At your command. March. To battle.
Oh, they have a lot of allies. Really? Okay, no, don't do that. Come back into here. If they want to raid, it sucks, but they'll move on their path soon. Okay, I can finally build one of these big buildings down here. So you are going to be... Wait, how much food do I have in this region? Nowhere near enough. So you're rich, right? You're good. So if I do this, it's 92 versus 80. Both of you are getting that. Here. Make that. So we are trying to fix this region. This region has to grow for me to be able to do anything.
Ready for battle.
It's hard to believe I'm still fighting stupid rebellions down in Iberia. Like 30 or 40 turns into the game. Wow, that was a painful one.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, come to here.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
This is fine. That army is just really outdated. How are we doing here? That's going to greatly increase it. I need to build that before this army can leave, though. Which means I need food. I can't quite build food yet. What about on the gladiator? Oh, he's where I can't get to him either. Okay, let's look at our diplomacy. going to auto resolve balance stance. I'm gonna loot and occupy.
Hunger for battle.
Now, I will ask the Quadians for peace again to see if they want it, but they're probably going to be like, really? Really, dude? I kind of want to send someone up here to subjugate them.
Ready for battle.
But let's check and see what we can do with diplomacy. First of all, Vandals. We're fine. Quadians. You're like, what the heck?
My time is better spent feasting and hunting.
You walked onto my land. I have a lack of sympathy for what occurred here. Alamans, you know you would really like peace, right? Nope. Jutes, what is your problem?
I have little gain in wasting the day on you. What?
Franks, we're improving. How about a good old trade agreement? Eastern Roman Empire, it's getting worse. Britain's improving. Eastern Roman Separatists, they actually like me more than the Eastern Roman Empire does. But the Scots are getting worse, that's not a good thing. Danians, like everyone I can trade with who likes me even a little, I already do. I need to go subjugate someone. I need to go subjugate Britain. But that is kind of easier said than done. Because currently I have these damn Franks standing here. Well, we're going to end the video, so like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.